Welcome to the Regina Revitalization Initiative Stadium Project Construction Camera Tutorial. A very simple program to use. This camera faces west directly onto the current stadium project building site. Now this camera is put into place so we can follow along with the progress as we build a new stadium in Regina, Saskatchewan as part of the Regina Revitalization Initiative. Some of the functionality of this camera includes your date and time, where you can view photos from past days and past times. A visual calendar, which for the visual people brings up thumbnails and specific days and times and shows you photos that you can then choose. As well as a zoom functionality. Your minus signifies zooming out, your plus signifies zooming in. By holding down your button and grabbing the cursor, you can move it forwards and zoom in. Now, once the camera refreshes, you'll see a hand on the screen. By pressing the button, the hand will actually grab the image and you can move around at will on the current build. To zoom out, you strictly grab the cursor again and go left towards the minus symbol. Some added features of this camera include the play button. Now the play button is a time lapse. The time lapse is from the inception of the camera, which is July 17, 2014, and it'll go until your current day and time that you are using the time lapse. You can then save the time lapse, you can make it full screen, and you can also return to the beginning of the time lapse when it completes. Hitting X will close it out. Some other functionalities include the share option. You can share a current image by emailing it. You can set up a scheduled recurring email that you can send at a specific date and time each week. And you can also save the current image to your computer. Another great functionality of this camera is the screen options. Your default screen is found at the very top. You also have your side-by-side comparison. Now when your side-by-side comparison comes up, you'll see a calendar on the left and a calendar on the right. By changing the date and time of the calendar on the left, you will see what image was taken at that specific date and time, and you can compare it to the calendar on the right. Another interesting function of the camera is the wiping. Now with wiping, it's the same functionality as a side-by-side. You set a different date and time. By pressing your button down, you can actually scroll with your cursor and holding it, and you can wipe and see what changes have been done. And as you can see there have been some changes as we go. There is also 4 images available. The 4 images functionality will bring up your current image, your image 1 day prior, your image 2 days prior, and your image 3 days prior. And of course, you can return to your dashboard view. By clicking the main image, it'll bring it up to full screen again. That is basically your Stadium Project Construction Camera tutorial. It is a very simple program to use, and while looking through the camera and looking around and following the progress of the Stadium Project build, if you have any more questions or want to find out more about the Stadium Project, you simply click the Stadium Project link above. You can also find the Regina Revitalization Initiative on Facebook at facebook.com/Regina Revitalization Initiative, on Twitter at twitter.com/ReginaRev, R-E-V, using hashtag YQRStadium.